Monday's episode of Days of Our Lives brings a full plate of deception, emotional gambles, and quiet threats, the kind of tension that simmers just long enough before it explodes. Let's break down what fans can expect as the week kicks off. EJ DiMera has always played the long game, calculated, careful, and never without a contingency plan. But this week, even he is rattled. A shocking incident, a shooting that left more questions than answers, has resurfaced in the form of highly suspicious video footage. Blurry, fast, and unclear, but just clear enough to suggest the impossible. That Johnny DiMera, his own son, may have been the one who pulled the trigger. EJ doesn't want to believe it. Not for a second. But in Salem, loyalty is a luxury. And illusions? They fall apart quickly. The footage is inconclusive, but EJ's instincts are on high alert. He's lived in this world long enough to know that anything can be spun, and anyone can be framed. Or guilty. So what does he do? He quietly activates Rita Leslie, his most trusted fixer, the kind of ally who works in shadows and cleans up messes before they become scandals. But this isn't just a request for clarity. This is damage control, disguised as an investigation. EJ instructs Rita to dig deep. To confirm whether Johnny could be involved, and more importantly, to decide what happens if he is. Will EJ cover it up? Will he protect his son, even if that means twisting the truth? Or will he bury the evidence before the press, or the police, can get to it first? Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about family. It's about the DiMera legacy. And EJ knows one thing for sure: if you can't bury the past, you'd better control the story. But Rita's job may not end with damage control. Because it turns out EJ has other plans for her this week, and this time, it's personal, but not his personal. He's just purchased a high-profile charity auction date with Kat Green, a woman with charm, influence, and a growing presence in Salem's social scene. But insiders say EJ's motives have little to do with romance, and everything to do with manipulation. Why? Because Chad DiMera, EJ's brother, recently risked his life to save him during the shooting. And EJ, in his own twisted way, believes he owes Chad something in return. So instead of flowers or a thank you note, he's playing matchmaker. Spoilers suggest EJ is quietly orchestrating a setup between Kat and Chad, nudging two people together in what he hopes will look like fate, but functions like strategy. It's not about love. It's about balancing the scales. Because to EJ, every relationship is a chess move. Every favor is a debt. And if helping Chad find happiness means creating the illusion of romance, then so be it. But in Salem, nothing ever unfolds exactly as planned. Could this setup lead to genuine chemistry, or a social disaster? Will Chad play along, or call EJ out? And most importantly, is this gift really for Chad's benefit? Or is EJ, once again, playing God with people's lives, and calling it gratitude? Because with EJ DiMera, nothing is ever what it seems. Meanwhile, across Salem, Sophia Choi is bracing for a confrontation that's been brewing for years. She's tired of being treated like a child. Tired of walking on eggshells. Tired of being silenced by a mother who controls every detail of her life. And with her 18th birthday just days away, the power dynamic is finally about to shift. No more legal restrictions. No more waiting for permission. No more tiptoeing around Amy Choi's dominance. Because when the clock strikes midnight on Sophia's birthday, she becomes her own decision maker, and the first thing on her list. Taking back control of her future. That includes the baby. That includes the adoption process. And most of all, that includes standing up to her mother. Spoilers suggest Sophia is ready to draw the line this week, not in anger, but in clarity. She's prepared her words. She's processed the trauma. And now she's stepping forward not as a defiant teen, but as a young woman ready to make her own choices. And Amy? She's not used to losing control. Will she retaliate, manipulate, double down in desperation? Or will she be forced to finally face the consequences of years spent making decisions for her daughter, rather than with her? This moment may not just reshape Sophia's next chapter. It may shatter the entire foundation of her relationship with Amy. Across town, in a far more fragile place, Belle Black is making a decision of her own, and not everyone's cheering her on. Her mother, Marlena Evans, has already warned her. So have friends, allies, even her own doubts. But Belle isn't backing away from EJ DiMera. She's leaning in, despite the red flags, despite the past. Despite knowing exactly how dangerous EJ can be, Belle believes. She believes he's changed. She believes he wants something real. She believes, deep down, that what they have is more than just attraction or manipulation. It's genuine, but is she following her heart, or blinding herself to her instincts? Spoilers reveal that Belle will ignore every warning this week, even Marlena's most heartfelt plea. Instead, she'll double down, investing emotionally, trusting EJ more, and letting herself hope that this time, it's different. But in Salem, hope is a gamble. And EJ? He's no safe bet. Because even if EJ is sincere, his world is layered in lies, half-truths, and dangerous secrets. And if Rita's investigation uncovers something about Johnny that EJ's hiding? Then Belle could suddenly find herself not in a relationship, but in a trap, caught between the man she loves and the truth he's too afraid to tell. And when that truth finally explodes, it won't just break hearts. It'll destroy trust. And then there's Gabby Hernandez. While most of Salem is busy chasing love, defending family, or risking heartbreak, Gabby is moving with a very different mindset. She's not playing for affection. She's playing for survival. Because this week, the spotlight is shifting, and not in a flattering way. Two names are circling her like vultures, Leo Stark and Susan Banks. Both of them unpredictable, both of them persistent, and both of them convinced that Gabby's hiding something. Maybe it's something in her past. Maybe it's something she's working on in the shadows. But whether it's business deals, buried alliances, or just Gabby being Gabby, Salem's resident schemers know the scent of a cover-up when they smell one. And now, they're watching her, closely, relentlessly. Spoilers confirm that this surveillance won't just be passive suspicion, real threats are coming. Threats that could undermine everything Gabby's been building behind the scenes. That could wreck her carefully laid plans. That could expose her motives before she's ready to make a move. Because here's the truth. Gabby is smart. Gabby is ruthless. And Gabby is usually 5 steps ahead. But this time, she might be playing a little too close to the fire. The question is, can Gabby outwit the two most chaotic wildcards in town, before they outmaneuver her? Or is Salem's sharpest strategist finally about to meet her match? So now we ask, where do things really stand this Monday in Salem? EJ DiMera is investigating a secret that could shake his entire family, but will he tell the truth if it risks his own blood? Chad may be the target of a twisted matchmaking scheme from his own brother, who might be confusing gratitude with manipulation. Sophia is stepping into her power, ready to confront her mother and take control of her life, and maybe, for the first time, be heard. Belle Black is ignoring every red flag, betting her heart on a man whose entire world is built on secrets, and Gabby Hernandez is playing defense, surrounded by suspicion, exposed on all sides, and running out of room to maneuver. The tension is rising, the stakes are escalating, and the fuse? Already lit. This isn't just another week in Salem. It's a pressure cooker, where emotions simmer, loyalties twist, and even silence can be deadly. We're talking high-stakes secrets, power plays dressed as favors, and emotional crossroads that could split families apart. Every whisper is loaded. Every look tells a story. And every decision, no matter how quiet, is about to set off consequences that echo across the town. Don't blink. Don't scroll. And whatever you do, don't miss a second of Days of Our Lives. Tap subscribe, hit that bell, and stay locked in as we follow every twist, every betrayal, and every chess move disguised as kindness. Because in Salem, no one stays innocent, no secret stays buried, and no Demera ever plays by the rules, only to win.